But the idea of sound as part of a larger vibratory frequency dealio that seems to me to maybe hold the universe together or some such thing. The idea that everything is moving and it only appears solid enough because it's moving fast enough has always been a really fascinating concept to me, and it makes sense logically, but not so much realistically because I'm standing on this floor and I'm not falling through it, so it doesn't make sense, even though quantum physicists would argue that, it's true. So if my body's only solid because it's moving fast enough for my cells to stay together, and so I may not be able to put my arm through my arm. I don't know, it's just, I still don't have my full thoughts about it, but something just seems so intrinsically, fabulously fantastic about that. It seems to me that it would make sense that all those things are connected, and that sound waves are maybe similar to light waves, or maybe similar to thought waves, or the ideas of all the wave patterns that we can't see or hear or experience, but that are flowing through everything all the time is even more fascinating to me. In general, it just inspires a sense of wonder that I hope to never lose. Like the fact that nobody ever gets to know everything, and that you can spend your whole life trying, but just there's not enough time in a lifetime, leads me to hope that I never get bored of it, that I never go, oh, I understand how this works well enough to not think about it deeply anymore. That idea that I heard something on PBS. I love PBS, by the way. I'm really thankful for it. Someone was saying on an interview that, when you get older, you get better at existing, and that's really good. You get better at being a person and going through the things of personing in the world, but that we get less good at just really being in awe of simple everyday moments, and blooms on a tree, or the wind blowing, or I don't know, a smile from a stranger, like just little things that children are much better at, because the world is so new to them. Children are better at kind of staying in that state where we can take it for granted. So I hope to never take it for granted. I'm not claiming that I know that the universe is like a big vibrating whatever, but I like to believe that by interacting with it in that way, and believing that my intentions and my thoughts and my emotional body is connected vibrationally to everyone and everything else, just feels good. And so I'm running with those sort of things nowadays, running with what feels best. I believe that belief is a key. I understand that awareness is a key, and then being grateful is a key, according to the law of attraction, manifestation laws. But I think that belief might be the most powerful tool in the universe. That's why the placebo effect works. The act of believing in something, I believe, has the power to create it, even if it's just to one person. So we are thereby each creating our individual realities. And so I have this vague but powerful notion that everyone finding their individual truths is going to be like the one truth. If there is ever a way to get there, it's not going to be by everyone believing the same things, by everybody allowing themselves to believe what's true for them. I believe then it'll open some sort of Pandora's box, and everyone will go, oh, it makes sense now. Gosh, how come we didn't see it sooner? One of the great paradoxes of the universe is that seem to be true. So I'm just going to keep vibrating and keep not walk through walls and keep doing what I'm doing. It was a really good book that I discovered on my trip, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which by Richard Bach. He wrote another book called Illusions, The Tale of a Reluctant Messiah, which is also, they're both really short, really fabulous books. Anyway, the prior it's about a seagull, and it's like an 80-page book, and it's so wonderful. It's just this seagull that aspires to be the best at flying, and then he goes to seagull heaven, but it's not, and I don't know, it's really just one of those books that makes you think about why. the why of why we're here. Because we're all doing the how pretty well and like the what, but it's the why that I think people endlessly spend philosophy, I don't know, programs and deep discussions and endless nights staying up thinking about, but I think that is incredibly personal, and everybody gets to find their own why, hopefully, before you're dead. So, if not, you get to try again, or not. I'm not really sure. I'm not one to say. I think that's it. That's not where I thought this one was going to go, but that goes to show.